बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम वल अस्र इन्नल इंसान लफी खुस्र इल्लल्लज़ीना आमनु व अमिलुस्सालिहात सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम। तू बतन हैवां बजानी अज मलक तारवी हम बरज़मी हम बरफलक। मौलाना रूम। My dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us human beings in the best shape and as best of the creation. The short portion of the verse that I've recited before you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that verily humankind is at a loss except those humans who believe in me and do good deeds. Now, in this little verse, portion of the verse, and in this particular statement, the secret of our generation, our birth, our creation, our being in this universe is really contained if we understand it. The verse of Rumi in Persian that I have recited before you, Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi Balakhi says that you as a human being, by your body, by your physical being, are animalistic, bajani as malak, but by your spirit, by your being, by your spiritual being, you are of the angels. Why? Because in Tarami, so that you can go, you can walk, Hambar Dami on earth also, Hambar Falak and on the skies, on the upper heavens also. So we as human beings have been created. Although our physical bodies are animalistic and need sustenance from this earth, we have a spiritual being that belongs elsewhere, that is of light, that is of nur, and it can actually traverse beyond this earth and can go up on higher atmospheres, higher realms of being, and in above the skies in the universe of which we may not be able to really conceive much as to what that kind of a being is. Rumi explains that to an extent in his another verse where he says, Suratash dar haq wa jaan dar la makan. La makani fawke wahme salikan. He says Suratash, his appearance, dar haq is from the dust, made out of dust, but jaan dar la makan, but his spirits are up in the space. Lamakan is nothingness, a place, space that has evidently nothing that is actually living there. Lamakan is an open, kind of a space in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala nur of course exists, but you cannot see any other creation in that area. A nothingness kind of a thing. But then he explains that, he says, Lamakani fawke wahme salikan. That kind of spacelessness is beyond the imagination of those who seek it. Those who want to really understand what that Lamakan is like, it's beyond their comprehension, beyond their understanding. That is the kind of space where humans can actually reach if they grow and develop themselves spiritually. Why all those Islamic scholars, philosophers, and spiritualists that have been before us, why is it that they always talk about our spiritual being much more than our physical being? To put it simply, I have done this in the past also. Go back to the portion of the surah that I quoted, Wal Asr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, by the time, Wal Asr, I could say, I swear by the time, Innal insana lafi khusr. Human beings are at a loss. So, to put it simply, when we come into this world, we are at a loss. We start from zero spiritually. We do have that spirit within us, but now it all depends on how we recognize ourselves, how we nurture our spiritual being, and how we become a total human being that is the Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Looks like a small statement, but it's a big statement. Let me repeat it. When we come into this world, we have not done any actions yet. We are here for a test. Some of us live 10 years, 5 years, some 95 years, some 100 plus years. But whosoever is here, they are here as a experiment or a test as to how they behave. Sometimes it's their actions that are important. Sometimes it's the actions of others towards them that are important. In other words, if you come here disabled and there are people around you, they don't take care of you, then they are being tested about you. So you are really a vehicle for others to be tested. But we will not go into that detail. Let's take it individually. For all those that are here, that we understand, we must realize that there is a world beyond what we see. And we really have to understand who we are, develop ourselves spiritually, and then be successful in life. And when we are successful in life, there is a Hadith Qudsi. You can read about it. I only have a couple of minutes to talk about all of this today. But Hadith Qudsi says that when one of my human being creation, one of a person starts to love me, and he tries to come closer to me, and he is sincere in belief and love, then I start to love him. And when I love him, let me repeat, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when I love him, a point comes when he sees with my eyes, when he touches with the hands that are mine, when he walks with the feet that are mine. In other words, he becomes a vehicle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you go out from here and you see somebody, you certainly realize that person is having difficulty crossing the road, and you just happen to be there, you stop the traffic on this side, hold that person on this side, cross the road. Don't think that it happened coincidentally. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala works through us and runs his kingdom. So you become a vehicle or an agent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in taking care of somebody. Something comes in your heart, you certainly want to do something for somebody out of nowhere. But it's not really out of nowhere. It's all designed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have a habit of judging people by how pious looking that person is, how well he dressed as a Muslim of a certain country, or whatever feeling, whatever imagination we have about a good person. But that's not all. Actually, it's the purity of the heart and the spirituality within that person that matters. Love is what matters. Love not only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, love for yourself, for your family, but more importantly, love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation. Once you love his creation, you see, I am a poet. If anybody from here now quotes my verse, one of the poetry that I wrote, I would be very pleased, because I would say that this person likes it, and I will be very happy. Don't you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be happy when you love his creation? You see a cat that is injured out there on the street that just happened, some car probably hit it, and you take care of that cat, and you just take it to the animal shelter and take. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that. Any little activity might be so pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that all your sins and bad deeds and whatever you did in your life will be forgiven, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has that power that He can forgive anything and everything. But the condition is love. Love, purity, and cleanliness of your heart. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand what we are and give us the ability to clean our hearts and keep them clean so that we can actually propagate the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the generations that follow. Jazakumullahu khairan.